Hailing from the Dark Moon Fair, a mysterious and whimsical carnival that opens its island of perpetual night to Azeroth once a month, this new hero puts fate and fortune in flux as he brings his powers to the Nexus. Sayge is the fortune-telling gnoll of the Dark Moon Fair on Azeroth. Sayge gives fair attendees a series of moral dilemmas, and based on their choices, provides them with a dark fortune which buffs their stats and may send them on a quest to discover what fortune has in store for them. Sayge is a support hero built around buffing allies and debuffing enemies. Sayge has abilities that apply one of three buffs or debuffs known to Sage's player beforehand, but a mystery to the enemy. Sage's trait is the Wheel of Fortune. Sage's dark fortunes and dark fates affect traits based on whatever sign the wheel currently displays, which are damage, armor, and speed. Whenever Sayge casts a dark fortune or a dark fate, the Wheel of Fortune rotates to the next sign. Keep in mind, fates and fortunes of different signs can stack. Sage's activatable trait is his Twist of Fate. Sayge uses his mystical arts to turn the Wheel of Fortune to the next sign, allowing him more control over the fortunes of his allies and fates of his enemies. Sage's Q ability casts his Dark Fortunes. This is a spell that targets friendly heroes with a minor heal, and one of three buffs based on the current sign of the Wheel of Fortune. Armor increases the target's armor, damage increases the target's ability and basic attack power, and agility increases the target's move, attack, and cooldown speed. Sage's W ability casts his Dark Fates. This is a skill shot which damages and applies one of three debuffs based on the current sign of the Wheel of Fortune. The sign of armor decreases armor, while agility decreases move and attack speed, and the sign of damage decreases basic attack and ability power. Sage's E ability is his Dark Moon card. Sayge tosses a Dark Moon card on the ground, which instantly arms like a mine. This card explodes and applies one of Sage's three Dark Fates at random to enemies who linger in the AoE, while buffing allies with the mirrored Dark Fortune. Sage's first heroic is Wheel of Fate. Sayge calls down the Wheel of Fate itself, which acts as a pathing blocker and sends out three beams that rotate around. Each beam damages enemies hit and applies one of three amplified versions of his Dark Fates. Sage's second heroic and final ability is Leave It to Chance. Sayge will launch two massive dice that will knock back enemy heroes, and upon settling, will explode with amplified Dark Fortunes and Dark Fates influenced by the sign on his Wheel of Fortune at the time. Sayge, the mysterious fortune-telling gnoll, influences the fortunes of his allies, the fates of his enemies, and the control of the battlefield to his team's benefit. Be sure to click like and subscribe, and we'll see what fortune has in store for you in the Nexus.